The parents we are to abandon. For this cause, therefore, have I in this manner brought the mysteries into this world, which undo all the bonds of the counterfeiting spirit, and all the seals which are bound to the soul, those which make the soul free, and free it from its parents, the rulers, and make it into a refined light, and lead it up into the kingdom of its Father, the first issue, the first mystery forever. For this cause, therefore, have I said unto you aforetime, he who doth not abandon father and mother, and come and follow after me, is not worthy of me. I have therefore said at that time, ye are to abandon your parents, the first rulers, that I may make you sons of the first mystery forever. And when the Savior had said this, Salome started forward and said, My Lord, if our parents are the rulers, how standeth it written in the law of Moses, he who shall abandon his father and his mother, let him die the death? Hath not thus the law made statement thereon? And when Salome had said this, the light power in Mary Magdalene bubbled up in her, and she said to the Savior, My Lord, give commandment unto me that I discourse with my sister Salome to tell her the solution of the word which she has spoken. It came to pass then, when the Savior had heard Mary say these words, that he called her most exceedingly blessed. The Savior answered and said unto Mary, I give commandment unto thee, Mary, that thou speakest the solution of the word which Salome has spoken. And when the Savior had said this, Mary started forward to Salome, embraced her, and said unto her, My sister Salome, concerning the word which thou hast spoken, it standeth written in the law of Moses, he who shall abandon his father and his mother, let him die the death. Now therefore, my sister Salome, the law hath not said this concerning the soul, nor concerning the body, nor concerning the counterfeiting spirit, for all these are the sons of the rulers, and are out of them. But the law hath said this concerning the power which hath come forth out of the Savior, and which is the first man within us today. The law hath moreover said, Every one who shall remain without the Savior, and all his mysteries, his parents, will not only die the death, but go to the ruin of destruction. When then Mary had said this, Salome started forward to Mary and embraced her anew. Salome said, The Savior hath power to make me understand like thyself. It came to pass when the Savior had heard the words of Mary, that he called her most exceedingly blessed. The Savior answered and said unto Mary in the midst of his disciples, Hearken therefore, Mary, who it is who compelleth the man until he sinneth. Now therefore the rulers seal the counterfeiting spirit to the soul, but so that it doth not agitate it every hour, making it do all the sins and all the iniquities. And they give commandment moreover unto the counterfeiting spirit, saying, If the soul cometh out of the body, do not agitate it, being assigned to it, and transferring it to all the regions of the judgments, region by region, on account of all the sins which thou hast made it do, in order that it may be chastised in all the regions of the judgments, so that it may not be able to go on high to the light and return into the changes of the body. In a word, they give commandment to the counterfeiting spirit, saying, Do not agitate it at all, at any hour, unless it doth not speak mysteries, and unto all the seals and all the bonds with which we have bound thee to it. But if it saith the mysteries, and undo all the seals and all the bonds, and saith the apology of the region, and if it cometh, then let it go forth, for it belongeth to those of the light of the height, and hath become a stranger unto us and unto thee, and thou wilt not be able to seize it from this hour onwards. If, on the contrary, it saith not the mysteries of the undoing of the bonds, and of the seals, and of the apologies of the region, then seize it, and let it not out. Thou shalt transfer it to the chastisements and all the regions of the judgments, on account of all the sins which thou hast made it do. After they lead such souls before the Virgin of Light, who sendeth them once more into the circuit. The rulers of the great fate of the eons hand these over to the counterfeiting spirit, and the rulers summon the servitudes of their eons, to the number of the 365, and give them the soul and the counterfeiting spirit, which are bond to one another. The counterfeiting spirit is the without of the soul, and the compound of the power is the within of the soul, being within both of them, in order that they may be able to stand, for it is the power which keepeth the two upright. And the rulers give the commandment to the servitude, saying unto them, This is the type which ye are to put into the body of the matter of the world. They say unto them, Indeed, put the compound of the power, the within of the soul, within them all, that they may be able to stand, for it is their uprightness. And after the soul, put the counterfeiting spirit. Thus they give commandment to their servitudes, that they may deposit it into the bodies of the antitype. And follow this fashion, the servitudes of the rulers bring the power, and the soul and the counterfeiting spirit bring them down to the world, and pour them out into the world of the rulers of the midst. The rulers of the midst look after the counterfeiting spirit, and also the destiny, whose name is Mora, leadeth the man until it hath him slain through the death appointed unto him, which the rulers of the great fate have bound to the soul. And the servitudes of the sphere bind the soul, and the power, and the counterfeiting spirit, and the destiny. And they portion them all, and make them into two portions, and seek after the man, and also after the woman in the world, to whom they have given signs, in order that they may send them into them. And they give one portion to the man, and one portion to the woman, in a victual of the world, or in a breath of the air, or in the water, or in a kind of which they drink. All this I will tell unto you at this, and the species of every soul, and the type, how they enter into the bodies, whether of man, or of birds, or in cattle, or of the wild beast, or of the reptiles, or of all the other species in the world. I will tell you their type, in what type they enter into man. I will tell you it at the expansion of the universe. Now therefore, when the servitudes of the rulers cast the one portion into the woman, and the other into the man, in the fashion which they have told them, then the servitudes secretly compel them, even if they are removed at every great distance from one another, so that they concert to be in a concert of the world. And the counterfeiting spirit, which is the man, cometh to the portion which is entrusted to the world in the matter of his body, and lifteth it, and cast it down into the womb of the woman, into the portion which is entrusted to the seed of wickedness. And in that hour the 365 servitudes of the rulers go into her womb, and take up their abode in it. The servitudes bring the two portions, the one to the other, and moreover the servitudes withhold the blood of all the food of the woman which she will eat, at which she will drink. And they withhold it in the womb of the woman up to 40 days. And after 40 days they knead the blood of the power of all the food, and knead it well in the woman's womb. After 40 days they spend another 30 days in building its members in the image of the body of the man. Each buildeth a member. I will tell you the deacons who will build it, the body. I will tell you them at the expansion of the universe. If then after this the servitude shall have completed the whole body and all the members in the 70 days, after this the servitude summon into the body which they have built. First indeed they summon the counterfeiting spirit, thereafter they summon the soul within them, and thereafter they summon the compound of the power into the soul, and the destiny they put outside them all, as it is not blended with them, but following them and accompanying them. And after this the servitude seal them one to the other with all the seals which the rulers have given them, and they seal the day on which they have taken up their abode in the womb of the woman. They seal it on the left hand of the plasma, and they seal the day on which they have completed the body on the right hand. And they seal the day on which the rulers have handed it over to them on the middle of the skull of the body of the plasma. And they seal the day on which the soul hath come forth out of the rulers. They seal it on the left of the skull of the plasma, and they seal the day on which they needed the members and separated them from the soul. They seal it on the right of the skull of the plasma, and the day on which they have bound the counterfeiting spirit to it, the soul, they seal on the back of the skull of the plasma, and the day on which the rulers have breathed that power into the body, they seal on the brain, which is the midst of the head of the plasma, and also on the inside, the heart of the plasma. And the number of years which the soul will spend in the body, they seal on the forehead, which is on the plasma. And so they seal all those seals on the plasma. I will tell you the names of all these seals at the expansion of the universe, and after the expansion of the universe I will tell you wherefore all hath come to pass, and if ye could understand it, I am that mystery.